What's good, YouTube? Make America Lit here, back with another NBA 2K24 video. And in today's video, I have another episode of Rare Builds for you guys, as you can see on your screen. In today's episode, we are going to be creating a perimeter threat. So let's jump right into the build. Now, obviously, you can make this build at any position. I choose to make it a shooting guard position because the sole focus on this build is going to be splashing, shooting, letting it fly, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're primarily going to be doing on this build. As you can see by the height and the wingspan on this build, that's going to be our primary concerns, is just letting it fly. So height, weight, and wingspan, this is what I went with. Now, obviously, you can choose whatever you want, but I will say that if you want to get, not that you want to get this name, but if you want to make a similar build to this, then you're going to have to probably go somewhere around this height or lower, and you're going to have to go somewhere around this wingspan or lower if you want to get the attributes that I have. Now, moving on, as you can see, this build, is primarily going to be focusing on shooting. For the finishing, we have a 54 close shot, a 77 driving layup, and a 42 driving dunk with a 26 standing dunk. Now, 77 layup, really, you can go lower than this if you want to cut corners and add something else, maybe standing dunk or a higher close shot. But a 77 layup, I feel, is like really the minimum that you can go and still really be valid at laying the ball up. My three-point playmaker has a 78 layup, which is pretty nice. 78 isn't going to make too much of a difference. 77, 78, 1 point ain't going to make too much of a difference. But you'll see that you'll still have some really good badges. Even at a 77 layup, you're still looking at majority of gold layup badges, gold two-step, spin cycle, scooper, pro touch, and flow game. And the only real difference I would say is about having a layup this low is that you're going to miss out on slithery. That's really the only badge you're really going to be missing out on. You still have silver acrobat, which is still valid to, laying the ball up. The only thing that I really miss on this build is slithery. Not having silver or gold slithery hurts a little bit, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference if you know how to finish, when the hop step, when the euro, when to throw up a scoop layup. It's not going to hurt you too much. I still finish at a crazy rate on my three-point playmaker with a 78 driving layup. Even though I don't have silver or gold slithery, I still finish pretty well, with a lower layup. But this is why I try to choose that 77. I wouldn't really go any lower than that if you want to be pretty decent at finishing. That's just my opinion. Moving on to the shooting, we have an 84 mid-range, and the main reason why we went with that 84 mid-range is because we also want to make sure that we get that gold midi magician. But as you see these badges, you see they're all lit up with Hall of Fame badges, and the main reason why that is because we are going to be rocking a 99 3 ball on this build. That's right, we're going to be rocking a 99 3 ball. And as you see right here, when we put that down to a 98, that's going to be a 4-point difference that one attribute makes from 98 to 99. It's going to make a hell of a difference, but it's worth it when you see the badges that you're getting. You're getting Hall of Fame Agent 3. You're getting Hall of Fame Blinders. You're getting Hall of Fame Deadeye. You're getting the coveted, highly coveted Hall of Fame Limitless Range. You're getting Hall of Fame Catch, Hall of Fame Green Machine, Hall of Fame Guard Up, Hall of Fame Space Creator, Hall of Fame Claymore, Comeback Kid, Corner Specialist, Open Looks, Whistle, you name it, it's Hall of Fame. The only badge that we aren't going to have Hall of Fame is Spot Finder and Midi Magician. Of course, those are the only badges that won't be Hall of Fame as far as shooting goes. Midi Magician and Spot Finder. That is literally it. And that's only because we didn't reach that threshold of 93 acceleration. If we could go higher on acceleration, obviously we'd have that. And the same thing for the Midi Magician. But this primary build is going to be focusing on that 99 3 ball. Moving on to the free throw, we do have a 74 free throw, which, isn't that high. But the main reason why I didn't put too much into the free throw is because we're going to primarily be on the perimeter with this build. You don't have a 99 3 ball and be, rim running and trying to lay the ball up and hop step. Yeah, if they chase us off the 3-point line, we want to be able to finish down low. But we aren't going to really be spending too much time in the paint. So that's why I went with a 74 free throw. I don't really plan to be shooting many free throws on this build. I plan to be just letting it fly with this build. So that's why I went with a 74 free throw. Now, if you feel differently, you can, make some adjustments here and there. Maybe bring your perimeter down or, your stamina or something so you could get a higher free throw. But this is just me. I'm going with that. Moving on, this build, playmaking wise, is a little bit different. We're not going to have any pass accuracy, and we're not going to have any speed with ball. And that's mostly because we have that 99 3 ball. This build, you are going to basically be the ultimate spot up. Okay, now this build, you're not going to really be running point. You're not going to be the primary ball handler or anything like that. This build is strictly for you to spot up and let it fly. We do have some ball handle in case you need to ISO and create for yourself. You do have an 84 mid-range, so you can, make some pull-up middies, moving middies, step backs, all of that, leaners. You do have a 99 3 ball, so you can let it fly when you're, ISO-ing from 3. And you do have that 77 layup, so if you do get chased off the 3-point line or you're ISO-ing and you need to finish down low, you can finish down low. So that's why we made sure we have that 85 ball handle. You see, we'll have silver handles for days. You'll have bronze killer combos. You'll have silver unpluckable, gold ankle breaker. You have just enough to get the job done. You're not going to be super elite with ball handling and all of these moves like your Kyrie, but you'll have enough to get the job done for you to get loose, get open and stuff. Now, moving on to the defense isn't really going to have anything for us. You see 45 defensive rebound, 46 steal, nothing to write home about, but we are going to have an 86 perimeter defense, and I wanted to make sure that we had that perimeter defense because I know usually when people see a 99 3 ball build, they think this build is just going to be all offense and they're going to be completely trash. And that's what's going to throw people off about this build because they're going to see that 99 3 ball. They're not even going to realize that you're damn near a lockdown defender with 86 perimeter defense. Now, you don't have steal, but you do have the perimeter defense to stay in front of your matchup. We're looking at pretty much all silver defensive badges, clamps, 94 feet, ankle braces, challenger, fast feet, pick dodger, with gold workhorse and off-ball pest, meaning dudes ain't going to just cook you on the perimeter. You're going to be able to play lockdown defense with this 86 perimeter defense. Now, of course, you won't be able to reach too much because we only have a 46 steal, but like I said in previous videos, if you know how to time your steal, you're a good defender. You're counting how many dribbles they're making. They dribbled 3 times. Maybe I should reach now. Or if you're like me and you like to reach with that right stick, you are going to get more steals when you use that right stick versus just mashing square and just randomly pressing square, because when you press square, you can't choose which hand to reach with. When you reach with the left stick, right stick, I should say, and if you reach left, you reach right, you can choose which hand to reach with, and it's going to impact, your ability to steal the ball. So you're not going to not be able to reach, but you aren't going to be able to spam people like how a lot of these locks are doing, just mashing square and getting free steals. Nah, you're going to actually have to time your steals, but you can get poke ball loose and steal with the low steal like that. On my shoot first point build, I have no steal at all, 76 perimeter defense, and I'm still able to rip people here and there by timing my steals and using the right stick to steal. Moving on to the physicals, you see we'll have an 85 speed and an 80 acceleration. Now, it's not nothing crazy to write home about, but 80 acceleration is definitely enough to create some space if you know how to dribble. Strength isn't going to be too high, just 50, just enough for us to get that silver clamps, which is what we want. 70 vertical, again, not going to make too much of a difference. You can put this down if you'd like, because we're not going to have like a crazy high driving dunk or anything like that. We're not going to have blocks or super high defensive rebound, so we don't really need vertical too much. This is just what I had left over, so I threw it on that. In fact, you could take your vertical down and throw that into your free throw if you want a higher free throw. That's just me. It's totally up to you though. And then finally, we round the build out with a 99 stamina, which is going to get us a gold workhorse. It's going to give us silver 94 feet, and it's also going to give us silver handles for days. Then of course you see the shades of, we see Del Curry, we see Austin Reeves, and you see Tyler Hero. And of course you'll see that we have built a perimeter threat. So this is my 99 3-ball perimeter threat build for NBA 2K24. It's been your boy Make America Lit. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K24 content. And of course, more rare builds like this. I'm out, y'all. Peace.